Only 40% of you are subscribed. Fix that. I want to say thank you to my Patreon subscribers and my Twitch subscribers. If you want to help out the channel, you can actually help out for as little as $1 a month. Enjoy the video and have some fun. Um, I'm looking around. I have to be careful when I do videos like this because we have the GDF that may want to try to jump on the channel because I'm talking about they little mommy dommy. Yes, we're about to do another little Gothix video. Oh, this is gonna be delicious. This is like I admit what puts me on her radar, what makes me go on her, what makes her go on my radar is when I see other people talking about her, either like actual Jake or Hunter Avalon. That's what puts me on her radar, or puts her on my radar, shit like that. Thank you. One of the things that I do want to say is, edgy atheists aside, if your God is all powerful, you don't need to stick up for him. You don't need to defend her. You don't need to actually proselytize for it. Now, I don't know if there is a supreme being that exists. I just know that a lot of these people that pledge to this supreme being, either he's not there or he doesn't care. Because, as our good friend George Carlin says, I should pray to motherfucking Joe Pesci. At least I can talk to Joe Pesci. I can have a conversation with Joe Pesci. But this motherfucking Yahweh, I don't know if he's there. But let's see if Gothix can have her scriptwriter make a point. I mean, if she can make a point that, do we really need God? Shall we?
Personally, I find it pointless to argue for the existence of God. I mean, it's an interesting idea to consider, but it doesn't mean much if the person you're speaking with isn't receptive to having their beliefs challenged.
And yet, she's making a 9-minute and 36-second video talking about, do we need God? Okay, let's go.
You can present as much historical and scientific evidence that you can find, but unless someone actually wants God, none of the evidence will matter, in the same way that a smoker isn't concerned with developing lung cancer, or how a thug chooses to rob a store, despite the high likelihood of arrest or death.
I'm not even going to the implied racism there, but I will take some scientific evidence for God. I will take some scientific evidence for God. I will take scientific evidence for God. There isn't any. There isn't any. Like, just let's be honest. I will take scientific evidence for God, but there isn't any. And that's the thing. And I'm just so, like, why do conservatives want to have behind the iconography of the motherfucking goddamn, V for Vendetta shit? I am telling you this now. His enemies were conservatives. Alright, let's go.
So, for today's video, instead of arguing for the existence of God, I want to argue for the necessity of God.
So you're just going to presuppose that there is a God and he's needed. Wow, her script writer must be, she must be, excuse me. Remember, I forgot that I need to identify Gothix with her being okay with me imposing pronouns on it. Yes. And if you don't know what I mean by that, I have other videos about Gothix and how it's okay for it to, it is okay for Gothix pronouns to be whatever people decide to do for it. Yeah, let's go.
because I believe every single person on the planet needs him, whether they realize it or not.
Oh, let's hear the evidence for that. Let's go.
Now, it's possible that this video could come off as a form of preachy dogma to those that can't bear to think beyond the perimeters of their established beliefs.
No, it comes off as bullshit because, unlike you, Gothix, I've actually explored the question of God, and I found it lacking. But, you know, yeah, let's go.
And as a result, lecture me to death about how I've gone from one cult to another. But I can assure you, as someone who was once very resistant to the idea of religion, I have the perspective of both sides to realize that all of the debauchery and chaos we've been seeing these last couple of years have been the result of godlessness.
Wait. So, do you guys want to see what she means by from one cult to another? Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see? I don't. Oh, come on, Stream Elements, stop doing that to me. You guys want to see what she means by this? Oh, I can actually show you. I can actually show you. Here, let me look it up. I'm looking it up. Here. And let's see if I can actually see it. No, I'm looking for it right now. Give me a second, guys. Here. There we go. Oh, where was it? Come on. And I actually have it on there. Oh, here we go. I can't find that. No. I'll find it and actually put it up. It's actually, I actually have it because she actually did a she did an interview where she actually was a devout atheist, and her name was Demon Rosa some shit. Oh God, this is like really bugging me. Here, I know. Here. Oh, here we go. Where'd it go? There we go. Look familiar? Vanessa Demon Rosa. Look familiar? Look familiar? But she's a Christian now, boy. She's a Christian. Wow, yeah. She's a Christian now. Here we go. A guide to alternative model. Yeah. Wait. Where was it? Where did the name Demon come from? The name Demon has been around for years. When I first discovered Gothic scene, I usually have the scariest name to make me feel more accepted with other goths. Oh, shit. Wow. Like, I have a video on this. You guys can actually go and search, like, when she's talking about her being a model. But this is actually delicious. And I love to bring this up every time it goes on this whole thing about Jesus and Christ and all the other good shit. You realize that this is just a grift for money. But let's continue.
Wherever you find a society that either rejects God or creates their own version of him in their head, destruction will always follow. So to all the self-proclaimed free thinkers who can't see the irony in barricading themselves in their anti-Christian safe space, all while simultaneously criticizing one side of the political aisle for doing the exact same thing, I ask you to propose a resolution. How do you stop a nation from hanging itself when the hate for the other side is so strong?
It seems to me that religion is one of the reasons and one of the fuels, or at least a catalyst for saying who's on the other side. I don't know. It's almost as if we have history of the shit. And I mean, like, it's not like we have known bigots, known anti-Semitic people that call themselves Christian nationalists. Yes, I've read your holy book. I was once what you would consider a Christian, and I read your holy book, and it's trash. I'm sorry. But let me make sure I address the point that you're making. You just need a moral code that everybody can agree to in order to have a nation. It doesn't have to be delivered by God. It doesn't. And if you're somebody who believes the only reason why you're moral is because your big sky daddy will punish you, if he wasn't around, you would be committing heinous crimes, you're a monster. But let's continue.
How do you intend on bringing people together when we can't even agree on the fundamentals of biology and human rights? How would...
Well, no, you can't agree because you're a fucking idiot. But people who want to listen, they can. You know the shit that you're accusing other people of being stubborn or not listening to reason? Well, I mean, like, I hate to say this, but that's kind of what you're doing. You're not even listening to science when science is telling you, oh, no, that's just woke science. But let's go.
Will you empower people to do good when so much of our culture glorifies perversion, violence, substance abuse, and mental illness? How do you...
Wait, does it not believe that there was no substance abuse in the past? Does it not believe that there is no... Like, we literally have a history of war and suffering and pain. When this was supposed to be a Christian nation, when we had the Holy Roman Empire, when we had theocracies, does it not realize that there was violence then? I mean, like, come on. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. It wasn't exactly a secular motherfucking institution. But let's go.
You plan on fixing these problems without God. Here's a thought.
I mean, like, was it the same God that told you to cut open the stomachs of pregnant women and dash the babies across the rocks, or gave permission for slavery? Or told you it was an abomination to wear two mixed fabrics? You know what you're doing right now. Ooh, how about this? Was it the same God that said women are not allowed to teach? I'm just saying, like, what God? Like, what God? Like, what God? I'm just saying. But let's go.
Do you think the members of Antifa believe in Jesus? What about
Some of them do. Yes, some of them do. They actually believe in the teachings of kindness to other people. Not being nice, but actual kindness. Because remember, you're claiming to be a Christian, Gothix, and your Christ said, whatever you do to the least of these, you do to me. Remember how your Christ said, if anybody strike you on one cheek, you then offer up the left, not turn the other cheek. You say, hey, do you want to hit me on the other one? If somebody asks for your coat, you also give them your cloak as well. Remember, your Christ says that. Remember, your Christ said, be humble. These are the words of your Christ. But, Christian nationalism and shit like that, right?
the BLM rioters or the trans activists? The Bible says you will know them by their fruits, meaning you will know someone is a true believer based on their behavior.
Wait. Like the people who, I don't know, want to, like, in the Bible. Wait. Remember those people that were holier than now? They saw a man that, like, was set on by the ill intent on his way to Jericho. And there was a priest that walked by and didn't pay attention to him because it was going to sully his hands to touch a dead body. There was a Levite, somebody who was involved in religious ceremonies. And he also didn't want to touch him because he was unclean. But there was a Samaritan who got the traveler, dressed his wounds in wine, and took him to the inn and told the innkeeper to take all of his money. But you know what? You conservatives are not the Levite. You're not the priest. You're not any of the good Samaritans. You are the ill intent that set upon the traveler on a road that he should not have been on. Okay, that was my best Wilson Fisk impression from the season 1 of Daredevil. Okay, let's go.
This is also why the Bible says the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom, because any logical person would be wise about how they behave if they knew a negative consequence would follow. Think of it.
Okay. So this is the stupidest shit that I've ever heard, right? So here's the thing, and I know I'm pausing it more than what the video is. So think about it like this. Yeah. So if you actually think of it like this, if I have to beat my child, if I have to enforce negative consequences on my child not to do something, what happens when I'm not around? May they actually do it out of just reflectiveness because, if something bad may happen if I don't do it? Or if I show, human empathy, which most conservatives don't have, and actually say that, hey, maybe would you like me to treat you the way you're treating somebody else? Like, genuinely do it. Would you? And I spell out how that hurts. They understand how that hurts and how that doesn't help anybody. And they do it because they want to be able to say, you know what? I wouldn't want that happening to me. I truly wouldn't want that to happen to me. And if I see it happening to somebody else, it makes it feel like they're happening to me. And you know what the sad part about it is? You can learn a better lesson through just motherfucking empathy. And I know I'm sidetracked with this, but I'm actually going to say this. So, a few years back, I had to teach my mother a lesson. I had to teach her a very valuable lesson. She had asked me to, help paint her house. I fucking hate painting. I do no, stop, no, not. And she knew that I just do not like painting. But I did it. Did a halfway decent job based on my skill. You know what I told her? After she's like, oh, you helped your mother out so well. I actually said, I didn't do it because you're my mother and you took care of me when I couldn't take care of myself. No, that's like, no. I did it because unfortunately my mother raised a person that when somebody asks for help and you can do it, then you just do it. And she literally thought about it for a second. That her son that she raised and she took care of and all that other good stuff, like that gospel song, I did this and that. Like, no, that's not why I did it. Not to pay her back. Because that's stupid. I would never be able to pay her back for all the help that she helped me with or continues to help me with, even when I do pay her back her money. I did it because, and she knows this, she's somebody that needed help, and I can help. And the funny part about it is, she couldn't even argue with the point. Because in the end, when somebody that needs help, and she can do something, she just helps. No matter who they are to her. And being mad at me for saying that to her would betray her own sense of helping people. And in that, I taught her a lesson. It was a funny lesson. It's something that I've actually expounded to my child, that you help people when they need help, regardless of what you get. That's what you do. But, you know, these people who say, well, something bad is going to happen to you if you don't do this. Yeah, one thing bad happens to me. I see another human being suffer. And that's enough to make sure that I can help other people. But let's get back to this dumb fuck. And for the record, Regina, I wasn't watching this stream fully. I just saw her and I was like, might as well. Let's go.
A child who acts up when they're in school but wouldn't do the same thing in front of their parents. The fear of consequence is what stops them from misbehaving at home, but it doesn't necessarily make them respectful and obedient because they've created conditions for when they're well behaved. Similar to how social justice ideologues.
And she just misses the whole fucking point. If you have to beat your kids to keep them in line, you done fucked up. I'm sorry, you done messed up. If you don't take the time to actually teach your kids, if the only thing that you teach your kids is might makes right, that because I have the force of violence behind me, you need to do something, then you done fucked up. Because you're unimaginative and it's lazy. And the sad part about it is you can't really tell too many people this in real life because they get in their feelings and they get hurt about it because, wait a minute, I could have raised my kid better. Wait a minute. I literally had a conversation with somebody that's like, yeah, I got 10 kids, and if I couldn't whoop them, I don't know what I can do. One of them is fucking up, but, like, at first he didn't live with me. Like, he's just, like, spilling his stupid shit. Like, yeah. My oldest sister and her Jesus-bought husband endlessly beat their kid, and all their kids grew up to be dysfunctional. Yeah, because when you tell people that might makes right, and you have the ultimate fucking might that I'm going to send you to an eternal hell because you pissed me off some kind of way, yeah, it fucks up a lot of people. But let's go.
Have reservations about who they're kind to. Now, here's the irony. Whenever a conversation relating to Christianity gets brought up, the people who believe a lot of these progressive ideas tend to say they either don't believe in God or create some obscure version of God in their own head based on their own desires, which is about as pointless as rubbing crystals and sage all over your body with the intentions of manifesting a husband.
First, easiest one out the way. Secondly, why did she just go to, oh, you need a husband? Like, no. Fuck. Dennis Prager all over again. Dennis Prager all over again. But secondly. Sure, talking to somebody that nobody else can see is more tangible than rubbing crystals all over your body. At least I can fucking feel the crystals. I know the crystals are there. The motherfuckers are in my hand. I can feel it. Ooh. Okay, I'm rubbing wide on my nipple. Anyway, I can feel the crystals and shit. Like, if the right guy sees me rubbing crystals or the right chick sees me rubbing crystals over my body, then, like, maybe they want to, you know, touch the hardness all over that. It's just like, okay, let's go. Let's go.
Not gonna happen. I've seen people even go as far as to say there shouldn't be any form of religion because of how much it's hurt humanity. And to be honest, I kind of agree with them, to an extent.
What? So you're realizing that it's just a tool. It's just a fucking tool. One tool recognizes the other, I guess, right? Right? All right, let's go.
Being religious isn't the same as being a follower of Christ. Sure,
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Okay. Okay. Yes, it is. It is religious. No, you're just doing the no true Scotsman. Yes, 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 yes. If you are a follower of Christ, you will be selling all of your shit to give to the poor. If you were a follower of Christ, you would not be condemning people or watch this. The phrase is judge not lest ye be judged. And by whatever measure you judge people, you will be judged. In other words, you would either not judge people, which is impossible for conservatives, or they would judge them by the same merit and same standard that they would want to be judged themselves. Again, which is not possible for conservatives because they wouldn't have anybody to look down on. But yeah, let's go.
we all know that socially, religion is perceived in a way that suggests believing in God entails a set of rituals like going to church every Sunday, doing good deeds, or memorizing the Bible. While all of those things are good,
Wait, whoa. You don't want to memorize your holy book, of course, because that would just shit on what you believe is actually true. You don't want to memorize your holy book. I get it. I know a lot of conservatives, they don't want to memorize their holy book because that just means badness. But let's go.
they don't actually prove that someone's a real Christian because the focal point, being that Jesus died on the cross to save us, is getting lost. Religion, as I just described...
Wait. Save us from what? What did Jesus die on the cross to save us from? Save us from what the fuck I'm gonna do to you if you don't believe on me. That's what they save us from him. Like, okay. All right, let's go.
is what leads to the erosion of God in most, if not all, progressive churches, where killing your baby is now morally right because the non-binary pastor told you so.
Is somebody gonna tell her, or should I? Is somebody gonna tell her, or should I? I I I I don't think you know what it is, dog. I don't. I I don't think you understand that the Bible is okay with abortion. Here, let me see if I can actually find it. Because we know the Bible is okay with abortion. Let's look up the Bible. Let's see if we can actually find it. I don't want just one-sided. Here. God, these Christians are going full force on making sure they sound like their God isn't pro-abortion. Oh, here we go. Numbers. Where is it? Here it goes. Close. If she has made herself impure and has been unfaithful to her husband, thus will be the results when she is made to drink the water that brings a curse and causes bitter suffering. It will enter her, her abdomen will swell and her womb will miscarry, and she will become a curse. I'm just saying. The Bible is not against abortions. Actually, it gives you a prescriptive measure of how to perform one. But you know, nobody reads the Bible. What did Gothix say? It's religious to memorize your Bible. It's religious to memorize your Bible. But let's go.
When the primary focus becomes how much of a good person you are, you end up with Christians who co-sign on every social justice cause that's relevant at that moment. So no, I don't like religion and neither does God, but I understand what people are trying to convey when they say this. And what they mean is...
You're right. I've heard it before. God is not okay with social justice or any justice whatsoever, because sending people to infinite suffering for finite crimes, yeah, that's justice. Sure, let's go.
Referencing the Bible to determine what's morally good is silly, because we as humans are perfectly capable of establishing our own morality. Yeah, the same human beings who believe it's possible to live your life as the opposite sex with no regard for how that ideology throws off the natural order of the world.
Wait. Wait. Does Gothix not realize that there are other, I don't know, species on this planet, and not just the primate species, but there are other species on this planet that will pretend to act as if the other gender in social groups. It's just not a human thing. I mean, like, we can go talk about how the lions fuck each other to do, like, more bonding. We can talk about the bonobos, which, you know, are relatives, our cousins, are, like, you know, throw orgies with everybody in order to, you know, bring more social cohesion. We can talk about how fucking dolphins, those fucking monsters, yeah, Flipper wasn't fucking cute, he was a monster, are just, like, little demons of the sea. Like, there are other creatures that have cognizance, that have not cognizance, fuck, what is that word? The level of it is actually the level of cognizance, and I don't want to say consciousness, but yeah, sure. But just have a level of cognitions. Well, I guess that's the word, and that actually perform gender identity. And yeah, I know self-awareness. But yeah, no, they just do, and it's not just humans. But again, these people, if they read their Bible, they would understand that they believe themselves higher than the animals. But again, their Bible actually says that human beings are part of the beast kind. We are still beasts, but they want to seem higher than the beast because ego, and they are more important. They're more important than our animal brothers and sisters. But let's go.
Who cares course, if people are at odds with each other because women want to have their separate spaces from men and don't want to be coerced into enabling someone's mental disorder, it's okay. Keep demonizing the majority of the population as long as Sarah feels validated and affirmed as a lesbian transgender woman.
What? Cognizance, yes, cognizance. But wait, what? Why does that matter to you? If you don't want to be in the space, specifically with anybody, nobody is forcing you to be around that person. But that's not what it is. You're mad because somebody is making a decision not to be what you feel that they should be. That's all it is. Nobody, look, check it out. I want to assure everybody that may be transphobic or homophobic. I want to assure you this. Nobody wants to date you or sleep with you if you hate the person that they are with. They're not going to want to do it. They literally don't want to make it where they want to be around somebody who is averse to their existence. It's not something that they're going to force you. Nobody's going to force you to be gay. Nobody's going to force you to be trans. That's not a thing that somebody's going to force you to be. And here's the thing. All right, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you think you can be convinced to be gay or trans, you're not straight or cis. If somebody can convince you, if somebody can make a convincing argument for you to want to touch a penis when you don't like penis, you're not straight. If somebody can make you want to just taste some goddamn delicious coochie. I'm sorry, okay. And you don't like tasting coochie, you're not straight. I'm sorry. That's how that works. If an argument can convince you to change who you are, you're not as straight or as cis as you think you are. But let's go.
Reality is that human beings are natural worshippers. Let me reiterate it. Every single person on this planet worships something. If they're
No. This is the stupid shit. Like, alright, for those of you guys who don't know, this is a G-Man tier argument. Like, this is a G-Man tier argument. There is this guy on these corner of YouTube that I'm a part of, where he says, "Well, you believe in gods." No, I don't, G-Man. Well, yes, you do, because you some people think trees are gods, and you believe in trees. So since trees are gods to some people, you believe in gods. This is literally that tier of argument. I can say that the woman I'm dating is a god among women, and this motherfucker was like, "See, you believe in gods. You believe in gods because you say like." It is a fundamental misunderstanding of English. I don't know. I don't know. It's I
What? How? Why? I have so many questions!
I believe that Gary Moore. I believe that Gary Moore exists. Oh God! Wait! Let me see. Oh God! This video is taking way longer than it should. Here. Oh, here.
I have no problem with another human being owning another human being in of itself. I have no problem with that.
Neither does your God. Okay. All right, let's go.
they're not relying on God's word to know that only men and women exist, then they'll be more likely to believe in infinite genders because they read it in a research paper or heard it somewhere from some expert.
So wait. You're anti-science? You're literally saying you're anti-science. Oh God, she is literally saying anti-science. Okay, let's go.
Without understanding that God made us all equal and that our physical appearance isn't as important in comparison to what's on our heart, the
Wait, no. A conservative does not get away with this shit. The conservative does not get away with this shit. If we're all made equal and our physical appearance does not mean what's in our heart, then why do you have a problem with trans people? Why do you have a problem with gay people? We were all made equal. This is the bullshit that I'm talking about. Why do conservatives have a problem with motherfucking immigrants? A conservative cannot make this motherfucking argument. No. That's stupid. You are just being an idiot. But the Bible is very clear that women were not made equal, which is just a small way in which the Bible is shit. Of course. Because what did they say? A woman's testimony is half as equal as a man. All right, let's go.
The world will start to fixate on superficiality like skin color while neglecting to realize just how poisonous they become on the inside. All because a diversity educator instructed them. And without understanding that God provides us
Okay, let's see. Close this. And for those who can't see it in the back, what causes are you passionate about? I'm extremely passionate about LGBTQ rights. I'm not gay or bi. However, I don't agree with people being judged on the basis of their sexual orientation. It makes me sick. I'm not never letting her get away from this shit.
with what we need as long as we seek his kingdom first, then what's stopping someone from compromising their values just for the sake of making money? Without God, what's understanding that God provides us with what we need as long as we seek his kingdom first, then what's stopping someone from compromising their values just for the sake of making money?
What causes are you passionate about? I'm extremely passionate about LGBTQ rights. I'm not gay or bi. However, I don't agree with people being judged on the basis of their sexual orientation. Oh, yeah, Trusted Ape. I'm never letting her live this shit down. Ever.
Without God, we're winging it because we're choosing to rely on the common man to determine what's right and wrong, knowing how easily someone's beliefs can change depending on what's trending on Twitter.
Ask a Christian if the Bible is divinely inspired. Ask a Christian if the Bible is divinely inspired or directly written by God. Ask a Christian that. Ask a Christian that. And of course they will say divinely inspired. So what's so different from this shit that she just said?
Sake of making money. Without God, we're winging it because we're choosing to rely on the common man to determine what's right and wrong, knowing how easily someone's beliefs can change depending on what's trending on Twitter.
I'm taking this shit way too serious. I know. It's just like so many of the fucking stupidity, the logical fucking fallacies. And like, of course, lest we forget, we need more straw. But let's go.
True believers don't worry about what's socially acceptable.
No true Scotsman.
because they're obedient to the moral law that God already set. This is why it's so
Which moral law? Like, for real, which moral law? Was it the old covenant or the new covenant that he made with several different prophets like Isaiah, or the new covenant that he made in the New Testament, or the new covenant that was explained by Paul? Like, which covenant? Which moral law? Was it the moral law where he justified slavery and was okay with slavery? Was it okay when it was okay to beat your slave as long as they don't, die after 3 days after you beat them so hard, then you're being a clear? Was it the covenant where you can actually trick somebody into being your slave for life? Which moral law? Like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Was it the covenant? Was it the moral law when it says, all right, when you go in this city, motherfucking kill everybody except for the girls who never known the man to touch of a man? Those you can keep. And after a month of them being in your house, even though you just killed their mother, their father, their brothers, and their sisters, she's going to be your wife. And you can't really send her out after, the child, which is most likely a child, after you've abused them. You can't really send them out without, making sure they have some sort of money. Is that the moral law? Is that the moral law? That's the moral law. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
common to see Christians villainized for their faith as it relates to social justice causes, and it's because their loyalty is to the cross as opposed to what's popular at that moment.
No, their loyalty is to what? God, I'm sorry. Like literally, you can't use the iconography of the cross. Like, pick up your cross and follow me. Sell that you have all to the poor. Pick up your cross and follow me. You can't use that iconography when you're, conservative. But let's go.
And that is perceived as bigotry to most non-believers because it makes more sense to have an ever-changing belief system instead of referencing a book that's remained unchanged for thousands of years.
But it hasn't. It hasn't. I just feel like, oh my God, this video isn't me making a lot of points. This video is just like making sure I stop her stupid ass gish gallop. Okay, let's go.
By the way, translating the Bible isn't the same as changing it, all right? So what does this all mean? Before...
Whoa. Like, her writer had to put that shit in there. Wow, just because we translate the Bible doesn't mean that we change it, even though we have evidence. Even though we have evidence of when people were translating the Bible, they made changes based on what they believed at the time. Like, I mean, like, granted, maybe it's a thing that I don't know, but sure, okay, let's go.
Jumping to the conclusion that this entire video was a desperate attempt for me to force my beliefs onto you, let me stop you right there.
No, it's not a desperate attempt. You're too stupid to do that. You are extremely uninformed, extremely misinformed about your own holy book, and you're not pushing any beliefs on anybody. You're just reinforcing your echo chamber because reasons.
You're still watching this, right? You could have easily clicked off the video at any time instead of listening to a grifter who's...
Because I fight stupidity, you fucking grifter. Just because somebody is sticking around to let you know that you're fucking stupid does not mean that they believe in you. They believe what you're saying. I just think that you're fucking stupid. I think you're wrong, and I know your holy book better than you do.
Clearly being brainwashed by a cult, but you didn't. And that's the beauty of God's love, because he doesn't force you to follow him. Can we honestly say...
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
If you don't follow Yahweh, you don't believe in Yahweh, you're going to end up in a place of eternal torture and pain and suffering. I think that would be called I think that would be called, what's the legal term for that? No, that definitely not entrapment, but that's definitely putting in people in a distressed position. Okay, okay, sure, let's go. Oh God, okay, let's go.
Say that about the same activists who demand our compliance? You're still here because you know the world cannot sustain itself if humans are responsible for determining what's right and wrong.
You're saying that, but I don't think you know it. That's not what that means. I don't think you know what that means. I uh, Coercion. Yes, it's coercion. Okay, let's go.
To what standard is the world basing its morality on? And how do we know it's right if that same standard keeps changing? No, this isn't a
But your God keeps changing too. Depends on who writing the text. Like I don't. I okay.
call for you to pretend to believe in Jesus because that would be pointless. Instead, think of this as an opportunity to consider if your socially constructed beliefs are positively impacting society.
So wait, and I'm done with this bitch. So my socially constructed belief that people shouldn't work as long and hard as they work to only get a measly amount of the value that they work. So because people work, they should actually be paid more of their value. Mm. That healthcare is a human right. Mm. That housing is a human right. Uh. That you should do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. You should judge people by the same amount of mercy as you would want of yourself. Mm. That you should take care of the poor. I mm. Maybe my social constructive beliefs are more in line with your religion than you will want to admit, and you're far outside of it. And I'll leave you guys with this saying. Hold on. Just want to leave you guys with this saying. And this is always, always misquoted with these Christians. Hold on one moment. Here. Where is it? I just saw it. So, for those Christians that actually don't understand shit, here, where is it at? Because this was just telling of how they twist the Bible to make it feel like, oh, I'm right, and no. Here, what is it? What is it? Here. And this comes from Deuteronomy, not the verse that a lot of people would actually do. But let's go. There will always be poor people in the land. Therefore, I command you to be open-handed towards your fellow Israelites who are poor and needy in your land. That's the problem. A lot of these conservatives don't want to be okay to the poor. They just want to say, ah, mine. I Yeah, no. That's the problem. But anyway, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Remember, I'm trying to hit 800 people by the end of this month. Help me out by hitting that like button and that subscribe button. And yeah, we're gonna cut the video segment here.
If I gave myself the power